Welcome to CBFU from the shop for the week of June 15th. We're here at Manifest Comics in Bayonne, New Jersey. Frey's not because he's recording Tiger Driver. It's a podcast for wrestling fans.
They talk about wrestling with,
the
girls,
with the women.
Yeah, with the women folk.
Yeah, I guess. No, but I mean, if you like wrestling, Tiger Driver.
Check them out.
91, I think it's called, on Facebook, and watch the podcast. It's pretty cool. Don't drop the books, Isaac. Without Frey, he can't keep himself together.
My hands are all over.
But yeah, we got 4 books, and we will review them. You want to start?
I'll start.
I'll check to make sure we're still recording.
That's a good idea. I'll start with Batman #1. This is the team of Tom King and David Finch, and I like this book quite a lot. It's just really good. I mean, it's just pretty much an action, like a James Bond, an opening of a James Bond movie from beginning to end. It's nonstop action. With Batman having to save a plane that's been shot down by a missile launcher, and what he does. And I think Tom King has a great grasp on the Batman character and the James Gordon character. It's just a really fun book.
Yeah,
what do you think?
I liked it. It was basically an entire book where he's saving a plane.
Yeah.
The entire book is dedicated to that. And they introduced the new characters that they've been teasing, Gotham and Gotham Girl.
Mm-hmm.
And
who we think are
it's just, I feel like, I'm not going to spoil what happens in it, but I feel like he just accepts too easily what's about to happen.
I can understand that.
But, I mean, it was a good book besides that. The art was good for David Finch, who
Yeah.
was not always on point. Sometimes he's a little bit sloppier than other times.
I mean, this is just the first issue, see if he can maintain it.
But
I mean, he's not going to be the only artist on
he's
this book.
switching
He's
off,
going to switch arcs. But even like an arc of 5 issues can sometimes be a challenge for David Finch.
But I don't think it's as like high as some of the other things I've read from Tom King. But it's still a good start, a good issue.
Yeah, no, I liked it a lot. Yeah, no, I mean, part of the thing is with these books, especially these books being like bi-monthly, there are 2 every month, so they can get away with it feels like
less
in there.
It's gonna take time getting used to it, though.
But I thought it was a really good start. Cover to cover action.
Yeah, non-stop action.
That's really cool, and I love Batman, so it was really good. I would give it 8 out of 10 Lugos.
8 out of 10.
Yep.
Damn. All right. Titans Rebirth. I will see your Batman give you Titans Rebirth #1. This is by Dan Abnett and Brett Booth. This is basically DC Rebirth #3.
Yeah.
If DC Rebirth was #1 and Flash was #2, this follows Wally West and the whole thing so this is #3. And I was worried about this book because I have a lot riding on this book being good because I care about the character.
I think DC has a lot riding on that character, that book being good too.
But it did not disappoint me at all. You mentioned one thing that was a little bit like there's a character Lilith from the Teen Titans, and it probably should have been Raven.
Yeah. I mean, Lilith, I'm assuming she's a real character. I think she is a character at the time. But she was, when you think of the Titans,
the original,
it's Raven and it's Garth, and those are the Titans, and Cyborg.
Yeah.
And
so that's a little bit of a downer. But it was very good. I was happy with it. The writing was good. The character interactions were great. The art by Brett Booth. I'm a fan of Brett Booth from way back. I know some people don't like him. I know Tony doesn't like him. Yeah. But I like him a lot. And it's a really strong book filled with legacy characters because there are legacy characters again. Wally and Dick and Roy for Jared. Roy's actually in a good book again.
Not written by Scott Lobdell, so you can read it without feeling bad about yourself.
That's a thing. Yeah. And it's the best Titans book I've read since before the new.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Because Titans have had a hard run of it. But it's great. It's everything I hoped it would be, and I'm just I love it. It's great. It's continuing on with what Jeff Johns started.
Yeah, and Dan Abnett gets these characters, and thank God. I mean, Dan Abnett's a really hit or miss writer. Yeah. I mean, last week's Aquaman, I just did not like that at all. Yeah. I thought it was slow. It was
sometimes boring. He's great, and sometimes he's bad.
Yeah, I mean, this is the same guy who
towards great
brought Guardians of the Galaxy back to the best run that it's probably ever had. Yeah. But then he does stuff like Aquaman, and even though the Titans run before this, Titans Hunt was just it was rough. Yeah. But this is a much better book than either of those.
Very strong book. It's one of my favorites of the Rebirths. I would give it, if you give that 8, I'd give this 9 out of 10 just to trump you. Alright? That's it.
Let's see if we're still filming.
What's next? I'm going to check that. You can start.
Next this is one of the Civil War tie-ins. This is Civil War II X-Men. This is written by Colin Bunn and with art by Andrea Brocardo. Colin Bunn is the writer on Uncanny X-Men, which is Magneto's team. and this is basically the X-Men and Uncanny X-Men meeting for the first time. First, the art on this is not very good. I think the art is the weakest part of the book.
Well,
It's just looks
it's pretty
cartoony.
bad. It's pretty bad.
It's not good art. The rest of the book, I liked it. I thought it was okay. It wasn't great. You expect more. The fact that the X-Men and the Uncanny X-Men haven't met up until this point, you expect more from that first meeting.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this necessarily delivered it. But it was an okay book. I enjoyed it.
I liked it less than you. It's the main X-Men books. They've been alright. They haven't been great, but they've been alright. They've been good. They've been fair to good. This one just feels like a forced crossover.
Yeah.
And I get that it's connected to the Inhumans because Civil War is connected to the Inhumans, but it just felt forced.
The first time you want the X-Men
The
first time you want the X-Men dealing with the Inhumans and everything, and it's such a big part of the books with the Terrigen Mist poisoning them and everything. You want it to be more important than just like a tie-in to another crossover.
And there's no Inhumans,
so I can understand that.
There's no Inhumans in that.
It's just a mention of the
talking about Ulysses
Precog character
too. So no, not for me.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I liked it.
Cover's nice.
Yeah, I don't know who did the cover, but it is better than the art inside.
David Yarden, I think.
I would give it 6 out of 10 Lugos. It wasn't great, but it definitely wasn't bad.
Yeah. All right, last book of the week is the next Star Wars #1. It is Han Solo #1 by Marjorie Liu and Mark Brooks. Mark Brooks coming back after a while of not doing interiors. He's doing a lot of cover work.
His art is good.
It's changed. It's less. I think it's maybe a little bit less detailed. No, it's actually not. It's a little bit changed, but it's still on point. It's good art.
It doesn't look as distinct as his old stuff.
His
old
old
stuff you can
yeah.
always look at and say that's Mark Brooks.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
This is like more like he's like
neutral, I guess.
conforming to like whatever like a regular style maybe.
I guess, but it's very good art. It's beautiful art.
No.
Art is the best part of the book, and look at the cover art. It's Lee Bermejo. Is doing cover art on this book, and it's just
that's cool.
Fantastic. I wish he would do a Star Wars book.
If you could do like a graphic novel Star Wars, with Jason Aaron on writing, that would be awesome.
But it's as far as story goes, it's a little generic.
Yeah.
Han Solo's going to do a race, and he's going to do a mission for the rebellion while he does it. So it's like, it's a generic story, but it's not a bad story. It's if you like Han Solo, if you like Star Wars, I would recommend it. Especially because the art, there's a lot of cool alien designs, which are really cool.
That is nice.
Yeah, look at the ship design.
Yeah, no, the art's great.
But yeah, it's definitely not my favorite of the Star Wars books. They've had a lot better ones.
Yeah.
A lot. But it's not my least favorite of the week. That goes to Civil War 2, X-Men.
I think I actually liked X-Men better than
I liked Han Solo. But the twist is I would give it the same amount of Lugos as you give that.
Yeah.
I would give this 6 Lugos.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. It's definitely not on the same tier as like the Star Wars or
Star Wars
Darth Vader, even Poe Dameron in the Londo book.
Yeah, Londo book.
Those were good. Those were really, really good. This is more falls in the.
It's better than Leia book.
It's better than Leia. It's better than Leia, but not as good as any of the top tier Star Wars books.
It's probably on a similar level to Chewie, maybe a little bit less than Chewie, I guess, for me.
Yeah, I think
It's better than Leia.
It's better than Leia, not as good as the best.
Yeah, but it could get better.
Yeah,
I have faith. But and look at that, more cover art. It's really good.
He's great.
Yeah, get it. And that's just some of the books that are coming out this week. So get them. Come to the store.
Civil War, the second issue of Civil War, the main book.
Civil War 2, #2.
Some more Rebirth stuff.
Superman
#1. I think Green Arrow. I'm not going to do Green Arrow, but Green Arrow #1's coming.
Green Arrow. Nobody likes Green Arrow.
No.
Green Arrow's a character. It's okay. Green Arrow's, first 2 seasons of this TV show were good.
I think Green Lantern's #1 is coming out too.
It was good. The one we run there.
With Simon Baz and.
That was right. I didn't
What's her name?
It was alright. It wasn't my favorite that week.
It was good.
It was right. It was good. It was good. So that's it for us from Manifest Comics and Bayonne. Come here and buy your books tomorrow or Thursday or Friday. Whenever you
feel like buying your books.
Just come and get them. All right. Be good.